think this is such a good idea?
What?
Adventuring through the woods this close to Halloween.
Hey, for the record, bad things can happen in the woods any time of year.
Fair enough, but can we at least go back in like 10 minutes?
Yeah, I'm getting kind of cold anyway.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Follow the trail of blood?
Hell no, we're not. Oh my god. Hey, you know what this reminds me of?
What?
Forensics class!
This is exactly why I brought gloves.
To find this?
Well, not a dead human, but this is close enough, I guess. Okay, now let's think back to what we learned.
Rigor mortis!
Rigor mortis. Now, what is rigor mortis? Rigor mortis is when the body starts to shorten and stiffen due to the buildup of lactic acids inside a deceased body. Rigor mortis starts with the body becoming stiff from the head to about the neck. If that's the case, the body has been dead for 0 to 3 hours. It goes through the entire body within 9 hours, and after the first 12 will be fully in rigor mortis. The body will stay in rigor mortis for 12 hours and then will be coming out of rigor mortis within 24 hours. It then takes 12 more hours to come out of rigor mortis, and finally, rigor mortis should be complete after 36 hours. Now, keep in mind that there are multiple factors that can affect the time of rigor mortis, such as the health of the person, the age, the weight, if they're naked or not, and even the temperature of the environment.
But wait, how would we know the difference between a body that hasn't gone through rigor mortis versus a body that's already gone through rigor mortis and back out again?
Now that's a good question. And the answer is temperature. Here I have a chart of how temperature comes into play. As you can see, the body will be not stiff before and right after rigor mortis. But the difference is that the body will be warm and not stiff before rigor mortis, but cold and not stiff after rigor mortis.
Well, it seems like the body's stiff in the head, past the neck, and the chest and the abdomen, and also most of the legs too, but not below the knees. So that means I can make a guess and say this body has been dead for about 8 hours, I think, and it's mostly warm, but kind of cold. But I think that's because of the temperature out, so maybe it's more like 9 or 10 hours because of the cold slowing down rigor mortis. Now, what should we look for next?
Hey, don't the eyes change in some way?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Whether the eyes are open or closed in death, they will produce a foggy film over the eye. This is also referred to as a post-mortem ocular change. If the eyes are open at and during death, it will take 2 to 3 hours for this film to develop. But if their eyes are closed, it will take within 24 hours for this film to develop.
Okay, let's take a look at her eyes. Yep, there's the film. Okay, what next?
I think I remember about something like of the stomach contents of the body.
If undigested food is contained in the body of the person, then they would have died 0 to 3 hours after their last meal. If their stomach is empty, but food is still contained in the small intestine, then they would have died 4 to 6 hours after their last meal. If the stomach and small intestine are empty, but food is found in the large intestine, they would have died 12 or more hours after their last meal.
Well, I guess we won't be able to... What are you doing? Let's save this for the experts.
Well, if you insist.
Wasn't there something about entomology?
Explain to me what that means again?
The study of insects and the relation to a deceased body.
Oh yeah, I remember.
As said before by one of our adventurous forensic scientists in training, forensic entomology is the study of bugs and insects and their effect on deceased bodies. Entomology can be used to find the age of insects on the body, the time of death of the body itself, and if the body was moved from its original spot. This can be spotted if the existing bugs on the body don't come from the environment the body is found in.
Well, it looks like blowfly eggs. So that has to be more than 8 hours that she's been dead. Anything else we can decipher?
Decomposition?
Last but not least, decomposition. Decomposition occurs after rigor mortis, from about 48 hours after death. There are 5 stages of decomposition. There are also some things that can affect the time of decomposition, which includes the health, age, weight, lack of clothing or not, and the temperature of the environment.
Well, guess we should leave the rest up to the professionals.
Yeah, we should.
Hey, Bree, we're gonna call the cops, right?
Duh.
See, I think you see myself to not just you better run, hold the phone. Come back. You need to take that. Not one, not two, but the whole thing.
All right, let's get to work.
Okay, for the record, any fat fucking
Okay, hold on. Blooper! Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, you're gonna say, hey,
Forensics class. I did a knee slap. Hold on, I gotta see that. Yeah.
The attitude. Yeah.
Rigor mortis. I have to do that. I have to. It has to be added. He'll laugh his ass off.
Yep, there's the film. What was my fucking next line?
What next?
Okay.
What was the next line? What next?
There's a bug crawling on her.
Entomology.